everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. The Guardian says Earth's sixth mass extinction event is already underway. So scientists are warning. It says a biological annihilation of wildlife in recent decades means a sixth mass extinction in Earth's history is well underway and is more severe than previously feared, according to new research. Scientists analyzed both common and rare species and found billions of regional or local populations have been lost. They blame human overpopulation and overconsumption, I'll go with that, for the crisis and warn that it's threatened the survival of human civilization. Although there remains a short window of time. Isn't that always the case? Oh, but there's but a short window of time in which to act. They say that about global warming and everything else. Oh, but we must act now, because if we don't, why, then we will be annihilated. But, okay. Let us first think about for a second why these extinction level events are taking place and what's going on here. It's called cycles. The sun goes through a solar maximum and it goes into a solar minimum. And every so often, we have what's called a grand solar minimum, which, by all indications, we are at the beginning of a grand solar minimum. Now, if that happens, then there's a lot of different things that can occur. They say we could have a mini ice age. I don't know if it'll get that far. But one thing that does happen is the Earth's magnetic field gets weaker. It is how, our environment, our reality is really, really well designed. And the planets, the people, the sun, we all depend on one another. Everything depends on each other in one way, shape, or form. There's a real symbiosis with everything. We're really all connected. The more that you do research into this, especially from a scientific standpoint, it really, you look at peer-reviewed work, especially over at CERN, it just seems to confirm it more and more and more. You now have people like Elon Musk confirming that we live basically in a construct, in a simulation. Well, of course, it's created. Duh. But when the sun goes into a solar minimum, consequently, our magnetic field gets weaker. When our magnetic field gets weaker, it lets in more cosmic rays. When more cosmic rays come in, it not only affects the people and the plants and the animals on the Earth, it affects the entire planet. Hence the reason why you have an uptick in earthquakes, right? The more cosmic rays that the Earth absorbs, the more it reacts. So we have more higher intensity earthquakes. We've also seen Yellowstone's activity pick up. I know a lot of people, well, science says it's 1 in 730,000 that it'll erupt. Okay. I don't personally know how they got to these odds or how they achieved this calculation. I think it's a bunch of horsepucky that, that type of science is about you need to be about as accurate as a meteorologist. If you can be as accurate as a weatherman, why, then you'll just do fine as a geologist, because they're not right 80% of the time. Just like your weatherman who can't freaking tell weather to save his life. Oh, I know there are probably weathermen out there right now that are getting pretty butthurt over what I'm saying. But I mean, look, we have to watch this stuff every day, okay? And I got to tell you, I'm disappointed more often than not at the fact that I get rained on when it's not supposed to rain. Or I'm expecting rain and it doesn't rain at all. I mean, come on, guys. In this day and age, you should get it right. But we don't. And people accept it because you have a good personality. Well, geologists are basically the same type of people, whereas they study the rock and, oh, yeah, they think that they know everything and and that they've got this thing down pat and they can figure this out and figure that out. And then it just ends up not being true. Oh, yeah, this volcano's not going to erupt and there's at Mount St. Helens, have you some. I mean, it's unbelievable how we human beings accept how inaccurate these sciences really are. But hey, whatever. 1 in 730,000 until that one time it goes boom, and the entire United States is covered in ash. And as they say, I mean, it may not even be like that. It may not even be near as bad. It could be totally worse. We don't know. The only thing that we can tell is that, oh, yes, by digging holes and studying this rock, we can tell that it did this, that, and the other thing. No, that's not. The guy that invented carbon dating, just let's give you an example, disavowed it later on, saying it was totally and completely inaccurate, and guess what? It doesn't work. But we still use it today. I mean, it's unbelievable. So when I see things like this, I kind of look at what's going on. From the late 19th century on, we've seen a huge uptick in earthquakes, especially your higher magnitude earthquakes. We see an increase in the activity. Weather patterns are becoming more intense. Climates are changing. These things are happening because of the cyclical nature of our environment. It has nothing to do with man, bear, pig, or farts, or anything else. It has to do strictly with cycles. And folks, we're heading into what could be a pretty violent cycle that will affect our planet, and in doing so, may trigger a Yellowstone, may trigger a pole shift, may trigger nothing at all. I guess it just remains to be seen how this all shakes out. But I can tell you one thing, just like the weatherman, these scientists don't know what they're doing. But hey, if you got a good personality and you can sell this snake oil, you'll have just a stellar career, and you can virtually assure your well-being. I'm Joe Joseph. This was the DailySheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have yourself a great day.